speak, and then you're going to... I'm excited about what that is. If that's a degree, an honorary degree, I'll take it. I'll put it right next to the honorary degree I got from the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies back in the day, which not a lot of people got. Well, I'm excited to be here. Do we have anybody? I met a couple people from Plant City backstage. Do we have other people? Plant City Strawberry. Me and my family love the Strawberry Festival. And, I try to tell people, everybody knows Florida, citrus, and that, which is great, and we're proud of that. But we have so many different things that are produced in the state of Florida, and we have the best winter strawberry harvest anywhere in the United States of America. And if you go to that, you can get anything you want, milkshake, shortcake, all this other stuff. But, so we loved it. But, a couple years ago, the legislature had an idea that they wanted to make the strawberry shortcake the official dessert of the state of Florida, and that they would pass legislation to that effect, which would end up landing on my desk, and I'd have to make a decision on that. Now, as soon as I heard this was in the works, I love strawberry shortcake, but the first thing I thought of is, what are the key lime pie people going to say? Well, it turns out that key lime pie is the official state pie, so strawberry shortcake could be the official state dessert, and everyone ended up happy. So I was happy to sign that. I'm happy to support everybody involved with strawberry. And oh, by the way, we've done a lot legislatively, Freedom to Farm Act. We've done a whole bunch of things to really support agriculture. We've done a lot of disaster recovery. I noticed, and I have the budget that we're working through right now. I'm going to sign it very soon. You guys will see. But there was an item, I think it was $700-800 for FFA programs. So I just want you to know. I didn't come here and then turn around and veto the money. So you're getting the money in the budget. We're going to approve. We're happy to do it. I just want to say a couple things that I think, especially for young people, because, I'm one of the youngest governors, but, you guys are even younger than me. You're going to have to deal with this, probably for quite a while. There is a movement in this world, not just in this country, to attack agriculture and to go after farmers and to go after ranchers. A lot of times this is done under the guise of climate ideology. But if you look at some of these headlines, you'll see this is not just they may want to do some policies that we may not like. These are things where they really want to gut the ability of people to farm and ranch in the United States. So, FoxNews.com headline, John Kerry ripped for demanding agriculture emission cuts. His quote was, bankrupt every farmer in America. Can you believe that? And a lot of them really do not like the cattle. Reuters headline, war on cow gas is stinky, but necessary job in climate change struggle. So they're going after the cattle. In fact, CNN World headline, Bill Gates backs startup tackling cow burps and cow farts. This is what they want to spend time going after. Not only that, so you have this guy, I don't even know who he is, but this is the Daily Mail. Climate change activist says farming should be abolished to save the planet. He says that meat can be replaced with lab-grown food like protein pancakes. My kids are young. I don't think they would take protein pancakes. The Telegraph in the UK, Irish farmers revolt over plans for cattle call to meet green target. They wanted to kill 65,000 cows a year for 3 years and call the herd. So, and then finally, World Economic Forum, quote, why we need to give insects the role they deserve in our food system. So this is what is going on. And so we have really led the charge in Florida against this type of ideology, which doesn't just affect agriculture, it affects people's freedom to be able to live and pursue their dreams. So, for example, we had legislation to kneecap this whole ESG movement, environment, social governance. They want banks. Honestly, a lot of banks would probably not even lend to farms in the future had we not taken action. They say they need to not do that to fight climate change, all this other stuff. So this has kind of become the hobby horse for them to impose an agenda on us without our consent, using some very big financial institutions. So Florida said, that ain't going to happen in the free state of Florida. We are going to kneecap ESG. We're not going to let you do this with rating agencies, with our municipal bonds, and we are not allowing people to manage the money in our pension who are pursuing this political agenda instead of returning the best interest of the shareholders. So that's something that's really, really important, has a lot of impact, I think, on the future. And then more recently, I was talking to some of the students that were there when we signed the agriculture bill. I think we were in Hardee County, and we had some of the FFA people, we had the cattlemen, we had a lot of people. And there was actually excused absences for 4-H and some of the other stuff we put in that bill. But one of the things we had that the legislature put in the bill that I signed was it banned the lab-grown meat. It's just fake meat. It's not veggie burgers. You know, this isn't even like people like do veggie burgers, plant burgers. You know, I did a taste test one time. One of the companies that does a lot of this stuff is headquartered in Florida. So I was down, and I was interested in trying other things, but they had me try this burger that was not made of meat. It was not lab-grown. It was like plant-based, all this other stuff, which, look, if that's what you like, the thing about it is it's actually less healthy than just eating the meat to begin with. So I don't even know what they're talking about. But there's all those choices for consumers. If you want to do a burger patty out of vegetables, you can do it, all that stuff. The lab-grown meat, some people said, well, if someone wants to cook up meat in a lab and create it, why can't people do it? And one, I don't know if it will do harm to anybody. Nobody really knows that at this stage. But if it were just a matter of consumer choice, hey, you say, you know, what's the big deal, right? But it's not. It's part of this agenda and these headlines that I read from you. They want to create meat in a lab so that they can turn around and say, you don't need to farm anymore. You don't need to ranch anymore. People don't need to eat real meat anymore. And trust me, if they are given the opportunity, they will use the coercive power of the state to impose that vision on the rest of us. So thankfully, you have a state government, not just me as governor, which I'm happy to lead on these things, but the legislature that has said that is not happening in the free state of Florida, not on our watch. So we're standing for what's right. And so it brings me to a larger point that I'll leave you with, is because I think it grows out of this. Honestly, we saw it in COVID. There's a movement, and the media loves this, to say that experts should be able to determine how we live our lives. And they use the fact that they have a degree. Trust me, I have some of these degrees. These are not people you want running your life, okay? So they say they're going to use, oh, this person's got a PhD in this or that. They're an epidemiologist, all this stuff. And so therefore, they should be able to restrict your behavior or change society. Look, there's a role for expertise in society. I am not about to get on a plane and think that I can fly it as good as the pilot. Trust me. I am also not someone, I understand people that are actually doing the work that our farmers are doing. They understand what they're doing. So that is something that's there. But what the left wants to do is they want to take people that have expertise in some area and say that they should be given preference to impose their values on the rest of us. Trust me, that is not going to end well for this country. We saw it during COVID, when if it wasn't for Florida standing in the breach and telling Dr. Fauci no, this country would have been in a bigger pit than it already ended up in. They didn't want you going to church. They didn't want you out having fun. They didn't want you doing any of this stuff. And if we had listened to the experts, just think of how bad things would have gotten. Instead, because we buck the experts. The state of Florida has never done better in its history. Fiscal, economic, you name it, we're clicking on all cylinders because we had the courage to do it the right way and the courage to be free. So don't let the media jam down this fake expertise and act like that's something that we should all just bow down to. The fact of the matter is, Dr. Fauci doesn't know a damn thing about running a business. He doesn't know a damn thing about school. And we should concede nothing to these people. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the opportunities that we have in the state. I'm grateful that the legislature has supported. You have my word, you'll have money that they put in is getting, I do wield the veto pen when it comes to the budget because you have to. I mean, you want to be running surpluses. You want to be paying down debt. There are things that are nice to have, but, I want things that we really need to have to serve the best interest of the state. So we're very strong on this. And so I think the fact that I'm here today telling you we've approved that, and we've also done other things in the past, just shows you that me as governor, I appreciate what you students are doing. I'm excited about the opportunities you're going to have in the future. And as governor, I know that what you're doing, I understand that agriculture is an integral part of the future success of the state of Florida. So you have my support. Go out there, keep doing great things. I know I'll see you at the Strawberry Festival next year if I don't see you before then. Thank you all. God bless you. God bless the free state of Florida. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Governor DeSantis, on behalf of more than 60,000 members of the Florida FFA Association, we truly thank you for your many years of service to our organization. Your support has been unwavering, and you always go above and beyond to support the young men and women who wear the blue and gold jackets and the students who sit in our agriculture classrooms. Because of your leadership and support of our funding, our organization has prospered. Our membership has more than doubled this year, and because of you, more than 60,000 young people are better prepared for their future. Because of your efforts made on our behalf, we would like to present you with the highest honor our organization can bestow, the Honorary Florida FFA degree.
Oh, nice.